So we can't attack because we need that 4th mana. Trawler or Koma? Let's see what we get. Koma in the house. Okay. Hello, good game. Welcome back, lady apes, gentlemen apes. It's good to have you. Got little kidlet apes as well, I'm sure. Welcome to the channel. Thanks again for taking time out of your day to help support. Smash that thumbs up with a 7 CMC like if you don't mind. In today's video, we're gonna play Transmogrify. We're playing Koma, the Cosmos Serpent, and the Dream Trawler on turn 3, I guess. That seems fair, right? This is really, really strong. Having a decent win rate within Mythic, some great matches for you guys today. We're going to break down the deck list in its entirety, talk about each individual card, the strategies, synergies included there within. Also showing the gameplay footage from today's adventure, discussing our playlines and interactions with the other decks that we find, just so you get a good idea of how the deck is going to operate real time, and also allowing you some inside perspective as to as whether or not if this deck is going to be right for your playstyle and your wildcard collection. If you're looking for any of the information today, you can find it in the Linktree link in the description below, or give it a Google Hello Good Game Linktree, and I'm sure you'll find it. So with that all out of the way, let's break down the deck, take a look, and see what we're dealing with today. Alrighty, Transmogrify, 60 cards, best of 1, 2.8 average mana value. The mana spread here is kind of not relevant because we're not using any white sources, even though they are in the deck. I'll break all that down in depth for you guys. Maybe we'll skip past it. 24 land, right? That's good to know. So, that 2.8 curve is supported quite well with that. We also have a little bit of ramp in the deck with Emergent Sequence, but before we get ahead of ourselves, let's break it down, right? We've got Transmogrify, 4 CMC sorcery speed, exile target creature. That creature's controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card into the battlefield, then shuffles the rest into their library. This is great, right? So we've got a lot of token generation in the deck. Turn 1, Satyr's Cunning, sorcery speed, create a 1/1 red Satyr creature token that cannot block. We can escape it from the graveyard for paying 3 mana and exiling 2 other cards, which is great. So there's some replayability there, even if our opponent deals with it. We also have 4 copies of Forbidden Friendship for 2 mana at sorcery speed as well. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature token with haste and a 1/1 white human creature token. So, 2 tokens for 1 card is great. And finally, the most important thing in the deck, Emergent Sequence. This thing's crazy. For 2 mana, sorcery speed, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. That land becomes a 0/0 green blue fractal creature token. That's still a land. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each land that you've had enter the battlefield under your control this turn, right? So it's going to be, a 2/2 most likely, unless you're ramping with something else, which we're not. And that, again, is a creature and a land that we can tap, which opens up turn 3 Transmogrify onto the Emergent Sequence, if that's how it happens to be, if we don't have the Satyr's Cunning. If we do, we can ignore the land and keep it as the mana. But goodness gracious, pulling out something like a Dream Trawler or a Koma on turn 3 is ridiculous. A 3/5 with flying and lifelink. Whenever you draw a card, Trawler gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever the Trawler attacks, draw a card, and you can discard a card to give it hexproof for the end of turn, and you'll have to tap it during that process as well. Koma is a 6/6 that can't be countered, and at the beginning of each upkeep, create a 3/3 Serpent creature token named Koma's Coil. You can sacrifice another Serpent to choose one. Either tap target permanent, its activated abilities cannot be activated this turn, or Koma will gain indestructible until end of turn, which is absolutely phenomenal. So, turn 3 Trawler or Koma is going to shut down most games in a hurry. And, even if they do somehow try to wiggle out away from that, we've got 4 copies of Negate, instant speed for 2, counter target non-creature spell. That's going to protect us from any shenanigans that may occur. With that being said, we also use Teach by Example to take this deck to the next level. For 2 mana at instant speed, whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. This is great for the token generation, right? You can make a ton of tokens. We also have Fire Prophecy for removal. And more importantly, things like Solve the Equation, for letting us grab whatever we want from our library, and that can potentially be Transmogrify if we want, which is great. And if we already have, multiple Transmogrifies in hand, we already have multiple tokens in hand, then we can Teach by Example the Transmogrify and, pull up multiple Trawlers or a Trawler and a Koma in the same turn, which is gosh dang ridiculous. right? The Fire Prophecy is nice because we can discard something from our hand, putting it back into our library, drawing a card. Not only does this push up the Dream Trawler, but it can get a Dream Trawler or Koma out of our hand back into our library, so we can Transmogrify it back out. Solve the equation. I know I mentioned this in passing. For 3 mana sorcery speed, search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Right, so that can find us, you know, our Transmogrify, even a Negate if we're worried about our opponent coming back with some form of magic. So we can protect against that, which is pretty cool. We've got the pathways here, you know, for land consistency, because it is primarily a Temur or red, blue, and green based deck. And then, of course, all of the pathways. And we also will have, you know, some land for the Dream Trawler as well if you need to hardcast it. Again, that's not our focus, but it is in there just a little bit, as you can see with a few sources. No sideboard. We're not best of 3 or learning today. This is just a really basic and easy to play deck, right? There's no big brained plays here. It's just, you know, you make the tokens, you Transmogrify on top of the tokens, you get big baddies, you win the game, protect them with Negate, right? The most difficult thing to do with this deck is playing against someone who knows what deck you're playing against, and that's why it's great in best of 1, because they can hold up damage or, you know, some form of removal and take the token that you target with Transmogrify, and that can suck. So you can potentially, you know, need to not play it until turn 5 or turn 6, depending on if you're ramping or not, and hold up the Negate on top of it to protect that token that you're going to Transmogrify, right? So that's it. Woof. Thanks again for your time and attention. Really appreciate each and every one of you who are here day in and day out with me. You're all magical human beings, and I wish you the best. Make sure to like the video, support on Patreon if you can. You can find everything in the Linktree link. Again, have a great day. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and we'll wrap up when I'm done with my final thoughts and deck review. Woof. Alright, so I don't know about this hand. They got 2 lands. Fire Prophecy is removal to help us find something, getting rid of the Trawler. Solve the equation we don't need because we already have Transmogrify, so it would search for a token. Hey, at the end of the day, we're just here to showcase the deck. Not every game needs to be a win. Just play it out. So this is a Temur deck. And then we have white splashed on the back side of pathways for the Trawler, but I'm sure you guys get all that in the deck tech that I'll produce for you. Let's instant speed, Fire Prophecy. We might want to hit a robber. Yup. Excuse me, by the way. I don't know if that comes through the mic. It was a massive belch. Not massive, but enough that I wouldn't want to do it during a public speaking event. But hey, I work for myself, so I can't get yelled at. Right? My boss don't know shit. How'd it go today? Oh, it was good. All right. So, will it survive is the thing. Or should we just risk it? I think we just risk it. And, you know, we have Negate if they're up to any funny business, but it's a creature-based deck. And this is actually incredibly good, because not only does our token survive, but we blast a giant to the grave too. So they're going to need to take care of that with a Frostbite or a Shock. If not, it smells like victory. It's a flimsy deck, I'll admit that. Instant speed removal sucks. What they could have done is waited until we target it with a Transmogrify and then taken it. But they don't know that's what we're up to, right? They don't know that's what we're doing. We can take our 1 damage, right? Why miss out on it? Do we get a Koma or do we get a Dream Trawler? It's a Trawler. Of course, we do have 4 Trawlers and 1 Koma. Just because Koma's a legendary, we only need 1. Oh, that's a cool card. No attacks, though. Oh my gosh. Is this draw? No, it's search. Let's attack first, see what we get. Nothing, really. We should have taken a second blue there. Oh, doesn't matter much though. And then I think we just do a little exiling here of our graveyard for the escape for Satyr's Cunning. And potentially next turn, or the turn after, we can double down. We should be careful with the cleave. But at the same time, that's actually really good. Giving it haste and +2. And they could cleave here. That would be heartbreaking. And we have no counterspell up. That could be a negate in a perfect world. Wow, is that lethal? 14, 7. Oh my god. Close. Okay. Not good. Wow. Have we been sleeping on the Ogre Battle Driver? That's a 4 CMC though. And these Satyrs can't block. We could grab any 3-drop. But then we're still subject to the freaking cleave as they re-equip it to the Battle Driver. Oh, we kill it during... Okay, yeah. We sorcery this for Searing Flame or whatever it happens to be. You know, I'm all for taking another Trawler too. Shoot. Let's take Fire Prophecy. Let's play it safe. We could go for it, but I don't know. Let's grab the life. And we'll end our turn. It's awkward, right? It doesn't feel good. But this way, you know, that cleave's not being re-equipped. Giving that haste too, though, ultra sucks. I think we might even just lose because of that. That Battle Driver, we should have roasted the Battle Driver first, then we would have been dead through the Rimrock Knight. Wow, that is so good. Bro, nice. Like, straight up. That's so good. And we have no blocks. Good game. Yeah, we should have definitely defended with the Trawler. But you can't just let them sit there, though. And we finally get a negate that's late. But, dang. You know what I mean? That Battle Driver did mad work. I can't even. Alrighty, so that was a travesty. Can we not have that happen again, please? Oh gosh, we had fun. The Ogre Battle Driver is one of the beginning cards I think you unlock in the red deck. That's typically terrible, but you know, the free-to-play individuals on my channel have got to just be ignited with hope after seeing that. And they've got stomps up. But let's still try it. Or do we just remove this right now? I mean, they're probably going to be greedy on a turn 2, right? No. They've got stomp for sure. And our turn... Oh, they didn't stomp it there. Wow, okay. It's a land, though. They can't take it. I think we realized that at the same time. And now we know they're tapped, so we can do our do, right? We're safe to progress here. We get rid of our Trawler, back to the library, another Transmogrify, you dog. And then Forbidden Friendship. Oh! So we can't attack because we need that 4th mana. Trawler or Koma? Let's see what we get. Koma in the house. Okay. They could have Giant Killer, but we've got the Serpent for Indestructible. Banishing Light, stuff like that would be more scary, I guess. With Noda, they're just going for it. They're like, okay, if they're doing it, I've got to go hard too. Even if they get a Blade Historian, we're still good. Oh, nice. Spellbinder. Can't block that. That's actually ultra annoying. Good game. They do not like staring down Koma. They're like, oh yeah, it's just gonna make serpents every turn. And the cool thing about the serpents is we can transmogrify the serpents into Dream Trawlers. Ah! Okay, that's better than the first match. We just need to repeat this process a bunch. Our opponent plays first. We do have our cards that we need. We just need some land, right? Oh, Maya, you're in the way. She's like, I know. Right where I want to be. Fire Prophecy can get us the draw, right? Looking for the 3rd land. Oof, nothing for us to hit. Alright, well there's the land. Just need that 4th land. We hit for 1 here. The other day I got hit with a, what was it? Double Forbidden Friendship Embercleave. Man, what a life. I knew at that point, it's like, I have lived. Let's attack first. If we are allowed. I would like to hold up the negate, kind of like we did in that other game. Not here, like I would probably let them remove 1, but I would want to negate on their turn because their mana untaps here, right? And I think we can go ahead and play the Cunning because, you know, even if they do play a defender, like it's not that bad, right? And they're just like discarding these Blade Historians. That's interesting too. Clarion Spirit, okay. Alsad. Cool. They do have 1 mana and it could be a shock. Did they have a shock? Frostbite? Shock? No, okay. I didn't think they did. And we get our Trawler out. No attacks. We have another Transmogrify. Solve the equation. Can grab another. Oh no. Winota! Why are you doing this? Okay, let's see what they get. A Winota. Oh, they're not attacking with that one, though. Another Winota. Okay, they are attacking with this one, though. Well, I don't want to lose that. I want to transmogrify that, right? So we'll just trade with the Alsad and take the Spirit out. That's good value. Still gonna get a good turn, but we're fine. It's a big hit. We can Fire Prophecy for an extra draw, but I don't care about Winota. Let's try to get a Koma instead. Or even another Trawler, right? Alright, all is well. We have 5 mana, next turn is 6, so we can solve the equation into another 3-drop. No haste, which is good. They are both non-humans for Winota next turn, though. Let's see what they get. Actos is good. Let's kill the token. Wolf. Alright, our turn. Let's kill the War Singer. We get the draw. We'll toss the land, I guess. And then they both push each other up, which is good. That might be lethal, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. What do you do against 2 trawlers? Other than an extinction event. GG. Alright, so I'm not going to keep this hand because it has 3 negates. Land is good here, but what the heck? Shuffler's fine. Oh my god. Shuffler's totally fine. We can discard the other with Fire Prophecy. Very interesting. Satyr in play. And we have that Transmogrify. We just need 2 more land. So they probably have counter spells. Like a real funny guy. Let's attack into a Thought Thief. No. Let's hold up our removal spell. Found our 3rd land. We just need 4th. They're trying to figure out what deck we are. You'll never know. It's a new one every day. Right? They're like, well, they just played Girl on their channel, but I don't remember this Satyr card being in it. Really? We get the land. That's nice. Let's take our hit. I guess we could have friendshipped first for an extra damage, but I did want to pull out a blocker to burn, potentially. No sleeves, no respect. Oh man, poor guy. Just can't get any respect out here. I didn't know that was a thing. That's what the community's saying. Put your sleeves on, you guys. You can buy really cool sleeves through my... Oh, nice. Oh! Through my Linktree link. Fire Prophecy's still up. That Crippling Fear was crippling. And I'm afraid of another. Guaranteed there's counter magic here. I'm not gonna fold into it yet. They're gonna play something eventually. Unless it is a control deck. Oh, that hurts. It's gotta be a control deck. But if they're holding a counter... Oh, this is gonna be a hard matchup for us to win. This is unfavorable. Maybe we should have went for it and forced them to have counter, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, if not targeted removal, to take what we target, you know what I mean? So unless we can get a negate on top... Sometimes you're just forced into weird spots. Maybe we just flood them with Satyrs. Three more. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe they don't have a field wipe, so they use a counter spell. No, they must have another. They are all even for an event. I thought we'd play against Big Boy Rogues and I could get this fire out. But no. It's a hard control deck. He's holding up counter magic on us. I'm sure of it. You jerk. You jerk. Okay, we do have a negate in case they try to play an Ashiok on us or something. They're on 8 mana this turn. Could even be an Ugin. An Ugin. Right? Ew. Ashiok instead. They could have counter magic on top of our counter magic. I don't put it past them. That would probably be scoop territory. They take all of our negates. No more counter magic. Okay, cool. Yeah, totally fair and playable. A test of talent on Transmogrify would be straight up heartbreaking in our deck. Okay. Unfavorable matchup continues. I'm not sure we see a way out. We'll try, though. We always try. So close. So the bummer about this is it's a token, and if they minus on it, we'll have to discard something from our hand, and the token is gonzo. So let's pray they plus. Okay, cool. Cool. Again, I'm sure that targeted removal's still in hand. Deep press. You know, I don't even know what it could be. It has to be a trawler to avoid Ashiok's minus. And I'm sure it just gets interrupted here. No! Okay, another day in the office. Another day in the office. No attacks. That was our attempt. Good game. Take care. I love it. Let's break down the deck. Talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, how we can make it even better. All right. Woof. Transmogrify was a pretty dirty deck before, but now I think it's so much better. I think that potentially we can play a version with more white incorporated as well, allowing us to get Omen of the Sun. The white Omen in play. That makes 2 tokens, right? That's great. And we can potentially grab something like Mystical Reflection, I believe it's called, right? The token make copies of thing. And that can come into the deck as well. So I think we've got a good base to the new Transmogrify deck. It seems competitive, and I think we can, you know, collectively tune it up a little bit. Maybe drop it a couple lands, I don't know. You know, there seems to be a lot of token generation, so I don't think that's our problem. Teach by example can go down to 2 probably, and you know, maybe even just 3 trawlers instead of 4. And that all together should open up enough spots for us to, you know, kind of bring in those new cards that I want to play with as well. But that's another day, another video. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Of course, you know, I love reading some of the comments. You jokesters get me going. You know, other than that, support the channel if you can afford to do so through, you know, Patreon, all these goodies that you can find in the link tree link. Even, you know, buying some of the swag. We get asked all the time where our clothing comes from, and it's there. You can find it, and you can even get a discount, which is pretty cool. So have an amazing day, you guys, and we'll see you soon in the next.